Hey everyone, this is AVJVGaming bringing you this Inform player review, and as you can see up on screen guys, we went and picked up the Inform Wilfred Bony over there for 28,000 coins. He's got 9 games played for us, 10 goals scored, and he also got himself 2 assists in that time frame. But guys, I'm going to cover him in the whole review. If you did miss my first video of today, be sure to check it out. It was Team of the Season and Mobile. Now, if you guys would like me to review any players in particular, leave them in the comment section and I'll get to them as soon as I can. Now, looking at those in-game stats, this is the most interesting part. You can see he's got 90 finishing, the main 90 stat over there on the skill attribute. He's also got 82 ball control, but I felt that was kind of offset by his dribbling. His dribbling was a little bit bad, and then it went to being a bit better. It just took me a little bit of time to adjust to this guy. He's not really one of those strikers I'd say was perfect from the word go, but he's got 93 over their shot power, and I definitely experienced that in the game. As soon as you knock a ball with him, maybe 2 or 3 bars, and he's going to send that right into the top net and give your opponents a very difficult time. Now, in terms of work rate, he does have a high attacking work rate with a medium defensive work rate, but in the game, I have to be honest with you guys, I felt more or less it was like a medium attacking work rate with a high defensive work rate. He did push into that centre attacking mid spot, and even at some points into centre mid, and then sometimes as a centre forward. So yeah, I didn't really feel he played a solid role as a striker. Not too sure why, but that's just the way he played. I did play him in a 4-3-3 with Asaidi, and I believe it was Ben Arthur up front. I wanted a bit of skills as well, but he does have some really nice strength on him, but it kind of went against him, and I didn't like that in the game. So over here you're going to see we got a ball to him over there. You're going to use his chip shot, and he was very good at those. I must say, give his chip shot a go. It's very fun. So initially guys, when I was using Bony, first 2-3 games, it did take me some time to get used to him. I probably wouldn't have used him as effectively if I knew how to use him, but sometimes when a player does push back too much as a center, more or less as a striker, but pushes to a center forward, it does make it difficult. So that's one thing I did find as an issue with him. However, as soon as you start getting crosses into this guy, he more or less taps them in with his head really quickly, and he does muscle defenders in the air. So that's one thing you got to be careful of, because he can sometimes give your opponents free kicks. Now over there you can see the shot power getting put to some good use, getting the ball over here, and that's one thing you got to do. Play ping pong play to this guy, and look at that, sending it into the top drawer. The keeper's never ever gonna save that. It was just pretty much a thing of him. Anytime he did that, it just was one of those goals. Now over there he did miss a couple headers, but I think that's slightly because he sometimes overcooks. I don't know if it's a power, but that's one of the things I found with him. And over here, finding a chip through him over the top, going to tap it along the ground, and he does tuck those in quite frequently. In terms of penalty wise, he scored all the penalties I did play with him, so I believe that was 2 over there, and he did score both of them. And this is one thing I really enjoyed with Bony as well. He does beat the offside trap. He's not the fastest of players, but he does try his best to beat the offside trap, and when he does muscle them, he does sometimes get through, provided he doesn't foul them. So you got to be a bit soft feet on that. And over here, finesse shot wise, I'd say he didn't really use his finesse shots as much. They weren't as perfect as well. There's a couple flaws in this player which I didn't really like, that didn't complete him in comparison to his normal card. But in terms of the Inform card, if you guys would probably want to know which person I'd say as an Inform that I'd recommend, I'd probably go with Inform Dzeko, because I just didn't feel Bony brought it all to the table straight away. He's one of those players that does take a lot of time to get used to. So over here you'll see that he actually gets through, and a lot of chances actually did go wide, so I've included them over here into the clips because that's covering the full review. And you can see they're hitting the crossbar on that time, and Ben Arthur just going to clean up over there just so the keeper doesn't make the save. And over here you can see he's got some space, getting through a few players with the dribbling, and the keeper pulling that save off over there. Just incredible stuff over there. And over here getting through Vincent Kompany, going for the shot, and then somehow we get his strength over there, just overpowering the centre back, so that played against him. But nonetheless, over there from corners, he will sort of more or less nod the head in, and sometimes with corners, guys, I did find that he didn't stay more or less in the centre. He always went to the back post, which I felt was a little bit of an issue, because you want your player with a great heading to be at the front post. Now over here you'll see as well, just keepers making some really good saves against him. And here my custom corner tactic. If you guys don't know how to do this, I've done a tutorial on it, so be sure to check that one out. Or yeah, I think it should be, maybe I think it's the second video in the tutorial series, so be sure to check that out. But he did create a lot of rage quits, which I thought was quite funny as well. I think sometimes he's just overpowered people, but he's one of those players that does take a long time to get used to. Now, in terms of pros and cons of giving him shot power, he did have some really nice shot power. Got very good heading, just provided his attack positioning, because that over there in the con side was one of the weaknesses. He just wasn't there the best of times. He does beat the offside trap, so that's a pro as well. But in terms of weaknesses, as again, positioning wise, he sort of just hid behind centre backs, and Yeah, and then sort of foul them the majority of the time with his strength. And then also a weakness is his pace and his acceleration. He's not very fast off the ball. So I give him an 8.2. I really probably expected a bit more, but that's just one of these players that you find in the game. So yeah, guys, let me know any players you'd like me to review. By all means, sure, drop it a like if you guys have enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you're new for more daily FIFA 14 content. We're going to have another 2 videos out after this. So yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed. By all means, this has been AVJVGaming, and I'll catch you all for the next review.